Hey, Chris, can you turn off the music? We have fucking Seven Dust blasting in the background. Sorry.
Yeah, brother.
I was like, where's that music coming from? Oh, wait, I turned it on like a fucking idiot.
Oh my god, that looks like a nightmare.
What?
That looks like shit. That
Dude,
looks like shit.
that's like the vegan pizzas that they give out
Shitty
on
dude
tour.
to care.
That looks like shit.
Yeah.
Enterprise Earth, it is an honor to meet some of you for the first time. You know,
Absolutely.
Gabe, was this the first time that I met you?
It was you came to it was the Shadow of Intent show in LA.
Oh, yeah,
one
that's
time,
right.
and I think because I think you were hanging out, and I just shook your hand real quick.
Oriental Theater or something like that?
Or yeah, I think so, something like that. But we met like real briefly at that show. I think. So,
Yeah, because you've been in Colorado, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Why'd you move out of Pittsburgh?
So I've been traveling for the past 7-8 years, doing like the Nomad life thing. I like built a camper trailer, like a 7x16 cargo trailer, much like we all would tow on tour, and just build it into a camper studio thing. I got pictures on my Instagram, like if anyone wants to see. But yeah, I've been traveling out of that for 7 years, and then been visiting this place in South Central Colorado called Del Norte. It's this little tiny town of 1,500 people, and just fell in love with the area and settled there. My buddy built a house, invited me to move into the bottom floor apartment, so now I can have a formal studio, building that out instead of my tiny camper studio. But yeah, it's fun. I like it there a lot. It's peaceful.
Hey, Jay, can you tie that up, please?
Oh, sorry. Instagram's not working on here for some reason.
Oh, you idiots!
Oh.
Idiots! What made you choose that?
So I moved
to sign in.
Oh, you just have to sign in. To,
Oh my god!
I've tried it like 5 times.
Instagram.com/deathmetalgypsy is my username. I don't know if that'll come up or not. But
Great name. Great name.
Yeah. I moved to Taos, New Mexico, which is this tiny little mountain town in northern New Mexico, like this quaint hippie mountain town.
Yeah.
And I just fell in love with the lifestyle. I was an East Coast boy my whole life, like never really ventured out west, and just got exposed to like the mobile living, dirt bagging, as we would call it in the climbing community too. And I just fell in love with it and lived out of my Subaru Forester for like 6 months.
You serious?
Yeah, I like built a bed in the back and just did that for 6 months.
You're just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go out travel.
He's like
Yeah.
tour
He's
life all the time.
Yeah.
Literally a gypsy.
wow.
Yeah. And then I did that, moved back to Pittsburgh for a little bit, built my camper trailer Nessa, and then lived out of that for another 6 years. Recorded, produced our last couple albums out of it, and just did it that way for a long time, and then did it for as long as life directed me to do it, until life directed me somewhere else, and it directed me to this tiny little town in the middle of nowhere. So, and I love it. So it's great.
Are you just following like intuition, or like are you like planning this? Are you not planning? Like what are you doing?
It's not. There's no real plan, man. It's just following with it, just going wherever I need to be, wherever I'm supposed to be, and just trying to enjoy life. That too, I've been. It was the best 7 years of my life so far.
You're a fucking psycho.
That's my truck. That's a more recent picture. So if you go to my, that's not how I lived every day. But
there's no going back, dude.
There was actually less clothes when I lived every day, typically. Yeah. But
It's a very Breaking Bad kind of.
Dude, yeah. This is a recent trip I took with my girlfriend.
Oh, that's cool. The wine outside, man.
Yeah.
That's so fucking sick.
If you go back to my profile and like my story, save story things at the top or
That's
whatever.
a happy guy, dude.
Yeah, I was
Dude,
pretty stoked.
if you can
That's a
Gabe
happy guy,
if
right
you can get Gabe outside in the least amount of clothes possible, you've never seen him happier.
It's like I'm drinking wine outside. I play metal riffs, dude.
Yeah.
That's
There's like
Oh,
a
fucking
saved story thing at the top called The Rig, and there's a series of pictures of my trailer whenever it loads or whatever. But yeah, it was fun. I did that for 6 or 7 years, the best 6 or 7 years of my life so far.
so far.
Yeah.
But that sounds kind of insane to me, because you guys already live like kind of out there life, like
Yeah,
you're,
touring and stuff.
Like you're already traveling. You're what's the band called again? Oh, the RV, the Cruising Across America.
Cruise America.
America, yeah,
Cruise
yeah.
America RV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're already on there. Like is that, and that's just not enough for you.
Well, I guess like home life is different than tour life, you know.
It is.
You know, we're
True.
not, tour, you're somewhere new every day, you're eating McDonald's at night, you're doing this, you're doing that, you know. But Drinking too much, you know.
Yeah.
But at home, you know, when I'm out camping, I'll be somewhere for like 2 weeks to like a month straight, you know, and just post it up out there, just doing my thing, and just me and my dog, and hanging out, writing riffs, and smoking weed, and looking at the stars. So
That's what's up. You know what's inspiring? Just looking up at the stars.
There it is.
So wait, you recorded in this thing?
yeah, our last 2 albums were mixed, mastered, recorded.
Yeah, drums too, everything. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, Brandon's pissed, dude. It's like, I'm not putting my fucking drum set in there.
The first single that I did with the band, we recorded in there, and then we did the next 2 songs that we did. Yeah, we did up in Flagstaff. I was living in Mesa at the time, so I just like drove up.
Whoa.
We did the thing. I slept in the back of the van, and then woke up. We would record again. Do the same thing. Then we did 2 more singles in there, and then finished up like 1 song and like a couple random odds and ends for the new album in that trailer too, because we did the rest of it in an Airbnb. Yeah, but done a lot of stuff in that room.
There's my dog in the rig.
There you go.
That's wild.
Jiro,
There's Jiro.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah,
crazy.
Okay, so now I'm a little bit confused because you wrote music in 9 days in Lake Tahoe.
Yes.
Okay, where was that in that, or was it?
So we rented a cabin.
So you guys got the cabin,
So
correct?
we got a cabin. Basically, I took all my gear out of that and brought it into the cabin. So we can be in one space and not be crammed in that
Whose
thing.
idea was that for the cabin?
I guess it was all of ours.
Yeah.
Pretty
Or-
universal.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned it because I lived up there at the time, and I was like, we could just go out where I live.
I've never
and
been there.
Everybody go up here. So I grew up like near Sacramento, and it was easy because I was like, well, let's just, I don't know, I only have to drive an hour. You guys all have to fly in anyways, so you just fly in here, and then we can just drive up there. And
Yeah, because we all flew in because I was traveling down in California anyway. So like my rig was out on the West Coast, so I was like, I'll drive up and fly you in and pick you up, and and
we had talked about
wow.
wanting to do like writing and recording like out in the woods anyways, because I've always kind of loved that idea, just like let's go haul ourselves up in the fucking forest and like write a cool record. And so that's what we ended up doing. It was
That's
sick.
cool.
Yeah.
But how'd you guys do it in 9 days?
I think
So you wrote probably 80%, like a good bulk of like the stuff.
most of it.
I would say about 80% was written. I came in with like a 4 or 5 half finished, 3/4 finished things, riffs here and there.
Okay.
Travis had some ideas. We all had ideas that we came in with, and then we just basically got together for this. Like the 9 days, it was probably like the most prolific period of creativity I've ever had in my entire life. Honestly,
Really?
I've never been able to like create so much stuff at once.
Except
the
Yeah,
first.
except
for it.
Yeah, there it is.
So we get there, we're like day 1, we were about to start writing, and I brought like mushroom chocolates.
Oh
And so-
my god!
And like, dude, I can microdose just fine. Gabe usually is just fine, but he took like just the babyest little bit of this.
I
and we
wanted
were
to
like-
experiment.
Yeah.
I'd never like written like on mushrooms before. I was like, this
I
is
want to
the,
experiment.
I was like, this is the time to do it. Let's do it. This is the time.
We're at a cabin.
Like,
We're gonna
yeah.
write their songs.
Yeah, it's
Oh
gonna be
my
sick.
So he like
Gosh.
takes a little bit of these fucking mushroom chocolates, and then he's sitting there with his guitar in his hands. He's like, I think I have to go lay down.
I was like short circuiting. I like nothing was happening, and I'm like starting to panic because it's like I'm at the computer and they're all like watching me, like waiting for something to happen. And I'm like, shit, I'm blowing it.
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
The worst feeling in the world.
That feeling fucking sucks.
And then I went to go lay down, and I couldn't sleep too because I'm just like stressing out, like mildly tripping. I'm just like laying in the bed, like fuck, I'm blowing it. Nothing's gonna happen this whole 9 days. But then that passed, and later that night we started writing stuff,
Yeah.
and the rest of the 8 days were
Yeah,
incredible. So.
That's what we were busting out.
Also, so this chocolate is like a thing.
Yeah.
Stem.
Yeah.
Wait, is that stem and cap chocolate?
Yeah, there's like so many different brands, and you can get them from fucking all over the place. But
Dark chocolate.
they're great. There's like different like intensities and shit too. But I like just taking a little microdose of those little guys, and I do the Disneyland shit, and just like hang out. Yeah.
I've always wanted because I've so I mean we're about 6 miles away from Disneyland. We're very close. So I like going there and just drinking a lot. and just, and just
Drinking
walking
a lot.
around.
Yeah.
It's just there's something about walking around Disneyland that I fell in love with since I
People
was like a
watching.
teenager.
Yeah.
The people watching.
Dude,
is fun
I
at
used to
Disneyland.
go a lot
Yeah.
when I was a kid, and then I hadn't been in years. And my brother hit me up. This is like a couple summers ago, and he was like, "Hey, like, what are you doing this week? Whatever. Like, you, me, and our homies. Like, let's just go to Disneyland and fuck off for a week." And then, like, our buddy lived down there, and he had like a beach house and shit like that. So we were like,
Sick.
"All right, cool. Let's go do the thing." And I hadn't been in hell long. And then, of course, when we go, we just brought like a shitload of edibles and then those edible mushrooms too. And we were just like, dude, blasted, just walking around for hours. It's like, I can't be here anymore.
Dude, there's so many people.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like, I mean, I grew up around here, so I remember when I was a kid, and you'd go on like a Tuesday, and it's like raining or something. There'd be nobody there. You can go on every ride in
It was
like
sick.
10-minute wait max. The last time I went, so my roommate works there, so I can get in for free. But last time I went there, it was like pouring rain, and there was still like over an hour wait for every single ride. It was crazy.
Damn, what the fuck?
It doesn't matter what day you go on, what the weather is like now. It's always gonna be.
That's a show.
packed.
Like, see, that's a fuck. It's like who's
Yeah.
playing? Fucking you too?
Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, there's no matter. You're right. No matter what, like that's always been the key. Like I never go on a Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
Like that's just a no go.
I feel like it doesn't
Hell
even
no.
matter anymore.
Now it
though.
doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it's like you can go any time of year, any day. It's gonna be crazy.
And
Yeah.
it's one of those places. There's like a few things on this planet where like no one cares about the service or price.
Yeah.
Disney keeps going up and up, and we keep fucking paying it, dude.
Everybody's doing it.
It's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
they just like you walk to like to pay for a ticket, and you see the price. You're like,
All right.
well, I'll pay it. Like, shit. Yeah, Jay, look up prices, please.
It's like buying a shirt at a
Yeah,
fucking
right there.
Metallica show.
That pizza delivery, it's the same thing. Airport's the same thing. Like,
Dude, yeah.
it's just like the service.
they
Like,
just got you.
they fucking got you.
Especially with buying shit at the airport, like, dude, even just like energy drinks or something, it's like, what are you gonna
Two-day
do?
ticket
Not
is
fucking get it?
$310 for an adult. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
And that's just for one park too.
Oh my
for-
god.
yeah.
Yeah, if you want to go to both,
$375.
it's $375.
Oh, yeah, so
Dear
yeah, park,
Lord.
oh, yeah, park hopper.
It's only ever $20 cheaper for kids.
Yeah.
$20
For the
Yeah.
yes, fuck you and fuck your kid.
$375 for a park, and you got to get the park hopper.
Yeah, because what are you gonna do?
Because California Adventure, that's for
That's where all the alcohol's at.
that's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what all the booze is.
Dude, they've got some like vodka pomegranate fucking like cocktail thing. Those things will send you over.
And those beers, I like the. It's in the food court. They have like that. They have a beer truck.
Yeah.
And I prefer like heavy beers, and it's like IPAs, like 7 to 8s, triples are really good, and you can't drink them like normal beers, and you got to tell people that you're with, hey, drink this, it's cool, but don't drink it like you're drinking a fucking like Modelo or something, or like
Yeah, take your time with it.
like have this, enjoy it, see what it does to you, because naturally it tastes good. You just want to down it, but it's never
It'll
ends
take
well.
you out, dude.
Yeah.
It never ends well.
No.
Fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
What
People
this-
watching is half the fun.
And then they're also watching us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because look how we fucking look.
Right.
It's all. I think that's a band.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
You guys got long hair and tattoos.
Those looks, dude. Oh my goodness, never go away. Well, dude, it's cool. It's cool to hear a story about you guys going to Lake Tahoe, getting like the cabin, actually getting work done. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Hey,
Yeah.
Brandon, I'm not sure if Mark told you the story about our cabin experience.
I think I've heard a few.
Real.
Oh yeah. Let's hear.
Real quick. I mean, so when we were riding the Black Crown, Mark had the idea. He really wanted to go to a cabin up in Big Bear during
Okay.
Yeah.
during January. January, I mean, snowing up in Big Bear.
Yeah, Big Bear's great.
All right, cool. So we got the cabin ready. We're driving up, which is, I mean, the road up there is really sketchy, and you need to put chains on your tires, which I'm pretty sure you guys have it done.
Yeah.
And finally get there. So it starts snowing. So most of the time you're locked in, like you're snowed in.
Yeah.
So we're there for a month. We drank more handles of vodka than we did write riffs. It was
In a month?
It was a complete disaster. And
How many handles of vodka and how many riffs?
I think we had 9 handles of vodka, and we would like collect them. So so we like
You see the damage.
So you want to see like you're like damage, you know, and like we probably wrote like fucking no more than 9 riffs. It was a we
got a song and a half, boys. Great job.
yeah. We were a mess, dude, and that's when me and Mark really got into like Superior Drummer. And try to find a new way to write music. It's like, hey, we can't get in a room together anymore. This is
we just be Russian winter all over again.
Yeah, it's like we just wanted to party, man. It was a good time though.
Yeah, we had fun when we did it too, and like I think after the initial like, all right, let's see how long it takes for us to like actually start putting songs together and like I don't know, get like the creativity out, because I feel like half the time you'll sit down, you'll start playing something, and you're like, this sucks. Like I don't even know how to play guitar anymore. You know, you just like get those feelings sometimes. So once we like got over that whole section of it and started actually writing, it just fucking poured out, which was really dope because we ended up with like pretty much everything done by the time we left, besides like
Crazy.
odds and ends, like tying things together, transitions, leads, stuff like that.
Except those riffs that we wrote. We wrote a couple riffs in the Walmart parking lot.
Oh yeah, we did do that. It was right after.
I got a phone call and they were like, "Hey, so we changed the end of the song. We know you really wanted it like this, but we're in a Walmart parking lot right now, and we just felt like this was going to be cooler."
It's because we were at the cabin, and then we got news or something. Yeah, a huge storm was coming.
And like they all had to fly out the next day, so we're like, all right, we don't want to get snowed in up here. Like, let's we'll just leave a day early, you know.
Yeah.
So we go back down to Sac, so they can get to the airport, and it's like cold and like raining and stuff like that down there. And my fucking heater broke when we were in the parking lot. So so like my heater busted as soon as we got there. The heater in my trailer. And then so we're like turning on my propane stove to like heat the rig like an old man, you know, and stuff like that.
I didn't even know about that part.
But we
Travis wasn't there for that.
But we got there late and their flights were super early. We're like, all right, we might as well just stay up, you know, and just like try to get these couple things done. So it's like 3, 4, 5 in the morning, and we're just kind of smoking a little weed and like trying to finish these riffs, and like ended up writing some of like our favorite parts of the album, like
what the
in the fucking Walmart parking lot.
It's like
inside my trailer.
One of the heaviest sections of the record. Yeah, it's wild.
Which part is it?
It's the ending of Blood and Teeth. Like the riff keeps dropping down.
You wrote the end of Blood and Teeth in a Walmart parking lot? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
No one could fuck you guys. That is next level. Because that's like the one song I wanted to talk to you guys about, and it's that's like a shocking.
Let's rip into it.
Was there like, because that song, there's something else about that song. It's a little bit more like emotional.
Yeah,
for
sure.
Especially like
lyrically.
And I saw that was what your most recent single.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And you guys are getting some shit for it.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Anytime
you
start
anything.
I don't like. Has a deathcore band ever started a song with a piano intro?
I don't know.
Don't Stop Believing.
Don't Stop Believing.
I mean, like, believing.
I consider Slice the Cake like somewhat of a deathcore band, and they start with piano shit every now and again, but it doesn't sound like pretty like that. It's always like kind of fucked up, and like it's always like creepy piano. Very like there's like a specific thing to it. But no, that one was super fun. I mean, like I grew up playing piano a lot.
Did you?
And I took piano lessons in church when I was a kid, and like stuff like that. Yeah, and I always like just plinked around. My dad's had like every kind of instrument you can imagine in my house, like ever since I was born. So I always had like a keyboard or a piano around, so I was always playing around and shit. I've never been like super good at it, but I'm able to just like write very basic things on there. And so we were in a green room in Fort Worth on the Shadow of Intent tour, and there was a piano in the green room, and I was like, fuck you guys, I'm sitting at the piano, don't bother me. I just want to like chill for a little bit.
Wow.
So I just sat down and I started playing what ended up becoming the intro, and Gabe was like,
you
oh,
serious?
that's cool, let's use that. So we like took a video on my phone, I like set it on the other end of the piano, and then took a video of what the intro was, and
well, is it in the very, very beginning?
Yep.
Okay, Jay, play the first 10 seconds. Crank it if possible.
Yeah, so Travis had that, dun, dun, and then I kind of added a couple more notes in between to make it sound like Journey, and then we had, and then we had, yeah.
Oh, this is why people are pissed.
Oh yeah.
Dude, fuck them, dude.
Yeah,
This is sick,
The thing
man.
is, like, everybody comes in, they're like, oh, like as soon as Travis joined the band, there's just a bunch of fucking singing everywhere. I'm like, did you listen to the last album?
yeah,
They're
Dan
singing
had
all
the
over
thing
singing
like
all
shit.
over the Chosen.
Yeah,
like, I
there
just sing
was-
differently. That's it. But I mean, I don't know. I like grew up playing in a bunch of metalcore bands, and I fucking love metalcore and like all kinds of like singer songwriter shit. So I was just like, fuck you guys. If this song needs singing in it, I'm gonna fucking sing on it.
That's
And,
great, man.
Yeah, it was cool.
Whenever I need music gear, I always go to sweetwater.com. If it's mics, headphones, or studio and recording gear, Sweetwater has you covered. Next time you need any music gear, support the podcast by using the link in the description and comment section below. You started out being you were 15 playing guitar in a metalcore band. That's kind of how you got your start, right?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. Yeah, I started my first metalcore band when I was 13 with my older brother, and I played my first show, I think, when I was 13 or like before I turned 14 or some shit like that. And like I've just been playing my whole life. I didn't start doing vocals for bands until I was like almost 16, and I was like, I had always played guitar. And then I was like, fuck this, I want to do vocals for a band. So I would like write all the music and then have my friends like play the guitar parts live. It was me and my buddy Jacob. And we just like started this band together, wrote all the shit, and then have like different people play every show because it was whoever was available to do the thing. It was like, I just want to hold a microphone. I don't want to hold a guitar anymore.
I'm lazy.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, but I've always played guitar and like was
That's
able
cool.
to contribute like riffs to the album and stuff too, which was fun because I haven't been able to do that for like another band that I've been in really
like
in a while.
Casket of Rust, right? Was your riff?
Like
Yeah.
the first
Yeah.
minute or two.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
like there's like two main sections in Casket of Rust that I wrote when I was like 15 years old, and it just never like made it onto an album. And then I ended up playing it on Gabe's acoustic when we were like out camping, and
Canada,
it was like
yeah.
we were in
Yeah,
Canada
in
with
Canada.
fucking Casey from Angel Maker, and we were just like
Oh,
hanging
sick.
out around a bonfire. and
Let's
just, like,
go.
I was like playing this like eerie little like acoustic thing, and Gabe was like, "That's cool. We should like use that." I was like, "Dude, I've been sitting on this for like 10 fucking years. Like, yeah, we should use it. I'm tired of
Wow.
playing it."
What's the part?
It's this intro
we're
right
at?
here.
Yeah.
It's here?
Yes, this was another one. Yeah, like Travis was playing it, and then I added a few more notes here and there, you know, embellishments, whatever.
Spice it up a
and
little.
then it takes off from there.
Made it more Journey.
So this one wasn't quite as journey. This one came out more Opeth. This was like sprinkling Opeth on
Okay.
it. So yeah.
Then there's like a big like Dimmu blast beat riff that comes in like a minute or so later, and that one I had also had
That was all-
for like
yep.
10 years.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, cool, let's put it in the song.
I bet it sounded great like around the bonfire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
dude.
cool.
Yeah.
It felt like Skyrim, bro.
Yeah.
It was nuts, dude.
Because he was like riffing, and then we were all like jamming out, and then we would like mouth like orchestra parts over top of it, and like other
Oh,
riffs
wow.
over it and stuff. It
Little
was
drum fills and stuff.
Yeah, drum fills, and then we kind of like formed the structure of the song more or less like around the campfire, and then got to writing it like a couple months later, whenever that was.
That was
That
Yeah,
was
that
that
was
was
like
like
a
a
whole like
significant
almost
amount
year
of time.
It was almost a
later.
year later.
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah. Oh yeah, because we were up there in the summer.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that was almost a whole year later that we didn't get to until we wrote the song actually. So because we just didn't have time to,
Yeah.
to get together to
crazy.
do it. Yeah. So.
Your band's fucking crazy, dude. Right around, dude. Oh, man, I need to set my game up, dude. You're like all over the fucking North America, just riding shit in trailers and parking lots of camp backs. I'm rethinking my whole career right now. Dude. This is fucking cool.
We're just to kind of get it done wherever you can get it
Yeah,
done,
exactly.
man, dude.
Damn, dude. That's fucking sick. And Gabe, for you, it all started being your dad took you to your first show when you were 5. You saw Kiss, right?
Yep, that was my very
Damn.
first show when I was 5 years old. My dad took me to see Kiss, and then
That's
shortly
sick.
after it was Kiss, and then shortly after it was Bruce Springsteen.
Ooh,
So
the boss.
It was
That's heavy.
boss.
So that was like my first 2 impressions of rock and roll, you know.
Dude,
So I'm
that's
like,
great.
what is this face paint and makeup? And this guy's running around on stage for 3 hours straight, and like he never takes a drink of water, like Bruce Springsteen. He just run around on stage for 3 hours straight, and barely drinks water. Like, what the hell's going
Just
on?
sweating.
Like, just sweating. But yeah, that was like my impression of rock and roll. So like, yeah, it's just kind of
It seems like that really like stay with you.
For sure, yeah. And my dad's been a musician his whole life too. Yeah, he plays the saxophone and sings.
Oh,
so I grew up like playing in a cover band with my dad too. So
Whoa, really?
yeah, we would do just like 80s, 90s, today's hits, rock and roll stuff like that. You know, everything
Damn.
from like Van Halen's Stevie Ray Vaughan, Dire Straits to like Green Day, you know, and stuff like that. And it was fun.
Also, I mean, that's how you learn how to rip. Like, just fucking.
Well, because I mean, all those gigs are you would improvise solos, you know, because we would have the structure of the song, and then when a solo came around, or especially if we're doing like a blues song, then yeah, you just go for it, you know, sax solo, guitar solo, bass solo, whatever, you know, and just have fun. So that it was fun being in a cover gig in that way, because I feel like it was a good way to like build confidence as a musician, because you were forced to like explore, you know, and improvise and all that stuff and figure shit out.
There is something about improvising. There's I don't know. I can't put my fucking finger on it. There's something about it. You'll like it's a lot of garbage, but you'll like find something.
Yeah.
You'll really keep this thing forever.
Yeah. Especially like when it's like a live. So like live improvising is different than practicing too, because you know when there's an audience you're performing, you'll kind of like get into the groove of something, and then you'll just once you sink into it, you know, like it's just like okay, cool, and then you go for a little bit and just try to stay there, you know. Every now and then you'll fall out, but then you come back in and you know get a little better every
No
time.
wrong note as long as you hit the right note after.
Exactly. As long as you're hitting that's right. Yeah.
Or if you play the wrong thing twice in a row, people think you did it on purpose.
Exactly. Exactly. As long as you're doing it with intention.
Yeah, exactly.
It's right. Yeah.
I think the thing with improvising too is you just have to be ready to fall on your fucking face, you know?
Yeah.
Like that,
Dude, totally.
Yeah, it's
That's
like,
part of it. That's
yeah.
part of it. Yeah.
Dude,
You have to
totally.
just accept that that's a possibility. You
That's
know?
the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
Brandon
sure.
gets to improvise every night on this tour.
It's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Give
got
him
a
like a
drum
fucking
solo.
16-bar drum solo.
Do you
He just
really?
has to figure it out.
Yeah.
So what you're
I mean, I
just-
could have wrote something, but I've just been winging it every night. So
Yeah. It's sick.
just for
Yeah.
fun.
It's cooler like that.
Yeah.
Damn,
I'd
16
check it.
bar.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
pretty-
right? Isn't it 16
it's
bars?
it's like 4 times to that phrase. It might be 32 bars. I don't know if it.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. Anyways, whatever. Fucking.
Yeah,
but
but
it's a
dude-
while though. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, you've been playing drums since what? You're 9.
Yeah.
That's fucking
9 years
crazy,
old.
dude. Playing
A little guy.
Dude, fucking playing on pots of pans to being in the school marching band to playing what? Were you in the Blue Devils?
Yeah, I did
Dude,
Blue Devils,
That's
yeah.
crazy. Can you give me some information on that? They're like a very like prestigious like
Yeah,
drum.
it's
Top tier.
Yeah, it's like a drum corps, which I mean, it's like a glorified marching band. But they like it's not like related to a school specifically. It's kind of like an independent,
organization.
yeah, organization. What's the word I'm looking for? Like nonprofit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like a nonprofit organization. But there's a whole kind of like network of them. I guess it's almost like the NFL, but it's called DCI, right? That means
Okay.
Drum Corps International, and
Yeah.
it's like a bunch of these nonprofit groups that are independent of schools and stuff like that, ages basically from like 16 to 21 that do this. And then you tour around the country and they compete and stuff like that. And the Blue Devils is one of the like consistent top ones. Yeah, they're pretty like world renowned in the marching world. We were talking about this the other day. Oh, because Gabe's girlfriend was like, "Oh, I knew somebody who like did like one of the drum corps." And she's like, "You were in the Blue Devils?" I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, I don't really like know about it," but I was like, "Yeah, it's one of those things that if you are in that world, it's kind of like a celebrity status.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? But it's a
Really?
small world. But it's like if you're in the marching world, everybody knows who the Blue Devils are. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Whoa.
yeah.
Even I who knew
Yeah.
who that was when I was a kid, just from like other people like hearing about it and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh damn.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, it's-
if you have a friend that plays snare drum, you're gonna hear about it at least once.
Any marching band nerds will
What
know.
isn't like
Yeah.
the drum line like 150 people? It's like a big.
Well, no,
what-
the whole group is about 150 people, and
Okay.
that includes like the horns and the pit and
that's
the
a lot
color
of dude.
guard and stuff.
150 people,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, so they
Crazy.
tour around on like usually it's like maybe like 5 like charter buses.
Dude.
Yeah, and there's
That's
like a
a
whole
party.
Yeah, there's like a whole like semi truck full of gear. Then there's like another semi truck full of food. It's like a huge thing. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
So you were touring before you were touring.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a different. It's in a way it's harder, and in some ways it's easier. Because it's like on that it's like we were touring on like charter buses. So if you had a long drive, you're usually sleeping sitting up. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. So it's not like you could lay down or anything like that.
That was like my first tour.
And there's way more rehearsal too involved in this. We would rehearse like probably like this is the Blue Devils last year. So
Wow,
This is the
dude.
like more current group.
How much does a set of tenors weigh too?
Oh, I don't know, probably like 40 pounds or
Yeah, so
something.
you're just
It's
walking
pretty
around
heavy.
doing all these with like
Yeah.
40 pounds attached to yourself.
Usually you would rehearse like maybe if there's no performance that day, like there's no competition that night, you'd probably rehearse like 9 hours.
9 hours?
Yeah, dude, it's
yeah, it's
grueling.
usually like a 3-hour block, lunch, 3-hour block, lunch, or dinner, then 3-hour block, and then you're done.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then if there's like a performance that day, you maybe rehearse 3 to 6 hours, and then you go do the performance.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah, it's beast.
That is dedication. Well, it
Yeah.
makes sense because how do you? I mean, you have to like control like this 150 person human chaos.
Exactly.
dude. Like,
Yeah.
That's
There's
crazy.
a lot of moving pieces, literally moving. You know.
Yeah.
And it's like so spread out that it increases the difficulty. You know, it's not like we're on stage with in-ear monitors in. It's like beep 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 beep. No, we know when to hit. It's like there's no metronome. I mean, we rehearse with the metronome, but
Oh
during
yeah.
the performance,
How do you start like a song?
there's like a conductor. It's called the drum major. and
Okay.
he conducts. Yeah. So when you actually get into the performance, it's a lot of you have to watch because you're so spread out that, you know, say you're like 100 yards apart. If somebody like way over here, it goes like, all right, 1, 2, ready, go. It takes time for the sound to travel, so it's going to be super delayed.
fuck.
Right?
It's a lot of
dude.
anticipation
So it'd
and
be
like staying back.
Yeah.
It's
If
crazy.
you literally had a
Whoa,
snare
dude.
drum 100 yards away and you went ba 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 ba, and then tried to play after that, you'd be like got. It's like how delayed it would be. You know what I mean?
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
how do you time that?
9 hours
you
of
watch.
rehearsal.
Well,
9 hours of practice.
practicing, but also watching because light, you know, and sight travels way faster than sound does. The sound, even at a small distance of like 100 yards, is delayed. You know what I mean? But light is like instantaneous. You know, it travels at the speed of light, right? However fast that is. You know, so you watch, so then you know when to like play. You know, and, yeah. So it takes. I mean, obviously, it still takes a lot of rehearsal and stuff. And there's
That makes a lot of sense
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things that like there are certain things that you have to dedicate that much time to be really fucking good at it.
Yeah.
And like doing 9 hours a day of rehearsal at playing fucking drums will make you pretty goddamn good at drums. Dude.
well that. I
Who
mean,
would have thought?
Yeah, right.
like, and the Blue Devils is such like a, you know, it's like the Yankees or whatever, where they're so consistently good that there's a very high like expectation
Yeah,
Yeah.
high
on the
standard.
individual. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they treat you like professionals. It's not like they like baby you, but it's very like if you're not like getting your shit done, it's gonna be a thing.
like, yo.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a
Yo,
thing.
dude.
You know, and it's almost the thing where it's like it's not even said; it's just expected. You know what I mean? It's like once you get there,
Exactly.
it's like all right, everybody's here with a job to do. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it's just
and
that
if you
very
don't get
high.
it done, you're also fucking everybody else
Exactly.
up. So like
Yeah,
team
yeah.
mentality. I did gymnastics for like 6 years.
Oh, fuck.
And yeah, it was crazy. And it was the same thing. It was like the whole like it's an individual sport, but it's also a team sport because if you don't do well, your team won't place very well.
Yeah, dude.
But if everybody else on your team doesn't do well and you only do well, then like cool, you'll get medals for whatever event you did well in, but your team's not going to place on the podium at the end of it. So you have to like, it's very weird to like put that whole thing into perspective with like, if I don't do good, I look like shit, but I also make the rest of my team look like shit.
Yeah.
But I also want to beat my team. It was like weird. Yeah, it was like a whole thing because you want to like
that's so
you're competing
interesting.
against yourselves too.
So
But,
interesting.
yeah, we did like I mean during competition season it was like kind of the same thing. It was like 6-hour practices a day. I was like fucking like 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
like crazy shit.
And
yeah.
that, dude, and that's like full body, dude. This is full body shit. Like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
Like what?
gymnastics must be exhausting. to
Yeah,
do
like,
for
like
that
what?
long.
Like what kind of moves? Like what do you do?
all kinds of shit. I mean that
You can still do a backflip, right?
Yeah, I can still do like backflips and handstands
Do a
and shit.
backflip? Fuck yeah, dude.
It hurts my hip, but I can do it.
It's like what?
Getting old.
It's like what's like a common move that you did? Like what's that move called? It's probably like a sequence.
Yeah, so like
correct?
on floor, there's like back handsprings is like something you'll see everybody do.
Okay. Back
and then
back hamstrings.
yeah, backhand spring.
Okay. Back handspring. Okay.
Yeah, there's stuff like this. I mean, we used to do like double flips and shit too, and like all. I don't know. My older brother did it as well. He did it for like 7 years. He was a lot fucking better than I was. But yeah, stuff like that. And then like giants on the high bar where like you're literally just holding onto the bar, like swinging around on it the whole
Yeah.
time, and then doing like crazy flips off of it and shit. You get fucking hurt doing that stuff too. It was wild.
What's the
Oh, sure.
What's the worst injury?
Dude, I broke my collarbone when
Oh,
I was
I
five.
knew it.
When you were
Yeah.
5?
I was 5 years
God.
old, and I went to like jump and like put my hands on the edge of the thing and swing off of it, and I missed one of my hands, and I landed right on my shoulder, and it just fucking snapped in half.
Oh.
And like, yeah, I remember it. It's like I don't really remember a lot of stuff from being a kid, but I do remember breaking my collarbone.
Dude, that's like,
Yeah, it seems a pretty
collarbone-
sentient moment. You're like,
I was like, oh fuck, I'm a
This is
person.
real.
I can't imagine that.
Collarbone's like one of those things that's just like you don't think about using it, but I bet you once it's broken, it's like I can't do like.
Yeah, dude, I had to
It's
wear a fucking figure-8 brace, and I felt so fucking stupid. I'm like this tiny-ass little kid, and I wanted to like hang out with my cousins and do shit outside.
Yeah.
But I'm wearing this brace that's really like a figure-8, and I had to just like stand like this.
looking like a bubble boy.
Yeah, it was so stupid. And then like one time I fell off the pommel horse, and I landed on the side of my head, and I like scorpioned sideways.
Oh, no.
And my coach came up, he was like, "Can you feel your fingers and toes right now?" I was like, "I don't know yet, man." But yeah, stuff like that, like
shit,
back full of
dude.
crazy shit. It was fun, but yeah, I was like, I mean, most gymnasts are homeschooled because you have to like practice so much. So I was homeschooled and did this whole thing, but I was literally in my gym every single day besides like Sundays, basically for anywhere from like 5 to 8 hours, depending on whether my brother was practicing that day or not too, and
Sure.
crazy stuff.
It's
and
so-
then I
it's-
would go
it's
home
so-
and play guitar.
It's so
on your
crazy.
grind set at 5 years old.
Like how hard they train kids in that sport too.
Oh,
It's
dude, it's
like
fucked
ridiculous.
up.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I started when
You
I
gotta
was
start
6,
young, huh?
Yeah.
and I went till I was 12. And then, and I mean, that's just how it is. But like, dude, your like coach is sitting there like making you fucking cry and shit. And
my
like,
goodness.
it's like, it's kind of tough. Like we had one coach, we've had like Olympic coaches before, like this dude, Gard Young, he was a 2004 Olympic silver medalist, and he ended up coaching at my gym.
Oh, damn.
And then this guy, Ron, he was fucking crazy, super sick, but he was kind of crazy.
Did you have like any crazy Romanian?
Dude, no, but there was this Russian guy who coached a gymnastics team in the Bay, and he had the most gnarly fucking eyebrows, and we all used to make fun of. Again, I'm like 7 years old, and we were like, dude, this guy could probably like sweep the floor with his fucking eyebrows because they were crazy. Yeah, but yeah, that's fucking Gard Young. Oh, I didn't know he was at BYU now. That's wild. Yeah, fuck that guy. He sucks. He's a fucking piece of shit. But
This,
so we had
this
like.
this podcast is gonna come back to him.
Yeah, I fucking hope so. Yeah, he treated my older brother
He's
like
actually
shit.
a big Garza podcast fan.
It's fucking awesome.
He better share it, dude.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but so we had like Olympic coaches and like other coaches who like didn't do Olympics, but they were really good. And this one dude, totally different guy, but he sucked fucking ass. But we would make fun of him because he would have this vein underneath his eye that would pop out when he got mad.
Oh, yeah.
And he would always say frustrated, not frustrated. And so he would just tell us, he's like, I'm just so frustrated. We'd start fucking laughing and be like, all right, 100 push-ups, and then you guys are gonna do laps for 30 minutes, and like we do like super crazy conditioning or like boot camp week in the middle of June and just condition for like 4 hours in the heat, and yeah, wild stuff. So it was brutal.
Wild,
I cried
dude.
more when I was a kid doing gymnastics than I have ever as an adult.
Are you kidding me? Is that bad?
Yeah. Yeah. But it like instilled a lot of shit in me that I've been able to use.
Discipline,
being
probably.
absolutely, like, being a musician, and especially like doing something as hard as like doing vocals for a fucking hour for like an extreme band, because the whole idea of like I can't do this, like I can't do this last song, you know, like everybody's had that experience
Of course.
on tour where you're like, I don't know if I can make it through one more song, like
Sure.
I'm about to fucking pass out, it's either too hot or
That's
I'm
me 2
tired.
days ago.
Dude, yeah, that was us in Mesa at the fucking Nile. We were
Oh, the
just
Nile-
like,
no,
I
now
don't
it's
know
hot.
if I can do this.
And now it's hot.
But it just gives you that that it just puts that kind of discipline in you where you're like, no, my body's capable of more than my mind thinks that it is, and crazy shit like that. And yeah, it's cool. It also fucked up my joints, but that don't matter.
I know. When you get older, like all the things that happen when you were young and a kid or 20s, it's just like you start feeling all these aches.
Yeah,
it just creeps up on you. It's
It
crazy.
does. Yeah, that's wild.
I woke up today with a fucking sore neck. Like, god damn, it just catches up on you.
Slept.
Yeah,
You just
slept.
slept slightly wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were on the edge of your pillow, so in the middle of the
Sore for
pillow.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Something, dude. Dakota,
man.
have you done anything crazy when you were a kid?
Honestly, I just had a pretty cool childhood growing up. My family was pretty close and everything like that. I would say that my life was pretty normal until I turned 16 and I got diagnosed with cancer. And that kind of changed the trajectory of everything for me. You know, like I made friends, I lost friends during that period.
Lost friends.
Yeah, for sure. Most definitely. It's kind of weird how many people, like, whenever it gets to something super real like that, just won't show up. But then other people that you would never expect to show up.
Wow.
And they're totally willing to just support you through that. So, yeah,
Crazy.
moving forward, it's actually helped a lot with, like, even just resilience for, like, things like this. You know, like, I definitely don't think I could be, like, doing anything like this if I didn't go through that experience. Just because of the fact that, like, I honestly think I was set up to be, like, a pretty normal dude. Like, I'd probably just be, like, coding or something like that. You know what I mean?
Working in a fucking bank.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, that kind of, like, showed me that this really is, like, the one time we get to do this, like, on a very serious level. And I, like, had, like, a huge talk with my parents and my friends. I was playing in a band at the time, like a deathcore band. And you guys were gods, dude, straight up.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, dude, we were literally just ripping all your riffs.
That's cool.
But
thank you.
Yeah, it like definitely like showed me that I could do it. So, you know, I just like hid myself in my room, went Dimebag Daryl on it, practiced guitar like fucking 4 hours a day.
Let's go.
Yeah, dude, that's the way.
And, you know, 10 years later, like 13 years later, I guess, here we are. I'm in fucking California hanging out with my friends. Still kicking. Got a great woman at home. Life is good. You know what I mean? So that's honestly probably the craziest thing that's happened when I was a kid. Because like I said, other than that was just like, you know, smoking weed out of a fucking 2-liter or like something stupid like that.
Yeah, dude,
apple, a tinny,
Yeah.
a tinny. Yeah.
Carving it out myself.
Not
or an
even
apple.
that it happened once, but it happened twice.
Three
right?
times.
Three times.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I was gonna say it was either 2 or 3.
Wait,
yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
what?
He beat cancer fucking 3 times, dude.
3?
Oh, yeah.
So what? So you went into remission and then came back. What was
Yeah,
what
5
happened?
years later. So I had 5 types the first time. 4 of them could be taken care of with chemotherapy. And then the 5th, I actually had to get surgery for. But yeah, it goes 6 years later. You know, I like played in like some weird pop band out in like Columbus because, you know, it seemed like a good opportunity at the time in like 2017. I like lived my life, right, for like 5-6 years. Just doing everything I can do to like make music and like keep relationships and stuff like that. And it was weird because like the moment I moved back from Columbus, I just had a feeling like I should probably go get a checkup. I haven't done that in a while. And they were like, "Oh shit, yeah, well, you gotta come back." So, dude, I've got like a fucking scar, like from like here to here on my stomach that they've had to cut open twice now.
Jeez.
Dude, it's brutal. It looks cool as fuck though. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's sick looking.
Maybe the next album cover.
Dude, straight up. We beat down band now.
You show up to the Enterprise here at the tryout.
Dude, I'm so I'm beast. I'm in.
You're like, Jim, we can't say no to that.
Exactly.
So you're 26 now.
What is it?
How old are you?
So
29.
29. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, what was it like being a child? Like you're 16, you're a child, man.
Dude, for real.
Like what? How do you take that news?
I mean, like, I've thought about that a lot, but at the end of the day, this is like my experience. You know what I mean? So like, I don't really try to hang myself up on that. Like, oh, well, how have other people been different growing up versus like how I grew up? Because like, if I do that, I'm just gonna go down like a dark hole. Like, we're all like doing this. You know what I mean? We're all like trying to live the human experience and stuff. And mine was just different. And so I'm just trying to roll with those punches as much as I can without like dividing myself too much from other people. Because if I do that, you know, I'm going to be like, well, you haven't been through what I've been through.
You end up
Fuck you.
becoming-
And then it's like, dude, what do other people go through, bro? You don't know that shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
right.
on a deep level, like you never know what someone's going through when you look at them or like seeing people at the store and shit, you know, it's like,
You don't know.
yeah, you have no idea.
For real.
So like, take it fucking easy on people sometimes. You know what I mean? Like as easy as you can. You know, I'm a human. I get pissed. Dude, last night when I lost my wallet, I fucking lost it.
I've been chilling my whole life, but when I lost my wallet, dude, it was over.
Yeah.
They pranked me though. It was funny. It was
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
As soon as
Okay.
it like dissipated, it was like I'm still pissed, but like it's funny as fuck.
Oh my god, dude.
But yeah, bro, we're all just like rolling with it.
Yeah, 'cause-
Whether it's making music or like, you know, designing websites or fucking being a construction worker, like if you like metal, like I think honestly that was like what got me through it, cuz like every day I would just like put metal on in my fucking headphones cuz my mom didn't like it. And you know, made it through that experience, made a lot of friends. You met Cedric from Sanguisuga. He's like one of my fucking OG best friends.
Wow.
Nico from Knocked Loose, fucking, we grew up going to shows together. Like,
Wow.
And they were all the ones that were like there through that experience, which is weird because I thought it was going to be like my school friends and shit, but it was
Really?
like this community of hardcore and metal kids. I was going to shows like fucking bald as hell, no eyebrows, and these dudes would just like give me hugs and shit. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it's sick.
So like at the end of the day, like, dude, we're all doing this. Like, and if you're a fan of this stuff or make it, you know what I mean? That's what's important to me at the end of the day, as far as like trying not to divide myself from other people, because like all these random people were
don't
fucking
know.
really cool. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
I think that's part of the thing too, is like the metal community has gotten so many people through like so many crazy fucking things just by like all enjoying the same shit. Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like you can speak for so many people with just that example of like, yeah, my other friends didn't give a single fuck about what I was going through, but some random kid at a show was like, yo, dude, yeah, like it's cool. Just come hang. Like everything's sick. We
Or
got
like-
it. You
Or-
know?
Yeah, like Trey from Mouth for War wrote that song for his sister.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like that's a heavy fucking story, but like the fact that he put that out there, like people like that fucking song.
Absolutely.
Mouth for War is a beast band, by the way. You should listen
Very
to them. Colorado Love.
Great band name too.
Oh yeah, very sick. Everyone in that band rules too. Have you heard 10 to the Chest either?
10 to the Chest. I've recently heard that band name, so now
yeah, you should peep it. It's
Okay, here we go.
it's pretty brutal. It's
Here
the same
comes the
dudes as
list.
Mouth for War.
Yeah, 10 to the fucking chest, dude. So sick.
What a fucking band name that
I would say
is.
it's a sick
That
band.
logo.
What's that song? Glassed in the Face or some shit like that?
Dude, they're all crazy.
Yeah, it's so sick.
And then Mouth of War?
Mouth for War,
Oh,
yeah.
Mouth of War. Okay, cool. That's fucking.
They're on tour with Spite and Body Snatcher right now over
Yeah,
here.
they're out in Europe right now.
They're crushing.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah, so beast.
Wait, dude, it goes to show, like, because you look like a healthy, I guess you could say, normal person.
I'm very unassuming, yeah.
I'm chilling. But no one's let's get talk to you at an extended period of time. They really don't know what you've been through.
Yeah,
You know?
and, again, that's everybody. You know
That's
what I mean?
nuts.
That's like that's
Yeah.
why like I like working merch with Travis. Like we're doing our own merch on this tour because
Yeah.
normally my girl does it, but like we'll still come hang out and like talk to people on like any tour.
cool.
And like that's why I like it because you really do never know what like someone's going through, and like maybe this show is like a release for them in some way, or
You never
maybe
know.
they've been looking forward to this for 3 fucking months because like they're stressed about school
Yeah,
or work
sure.
or like a relationship or some shit.
Dude, I mean, we've had people like come up. I'm sure like so many people in our industry have like shared this experience, but you'll have someone come up and tell you like, yeah, man, like, you know, you're like, oh, hey, did you enjoy the show? Cool. Thanks for coming out. You know, hope you had a good time. And they're like, yeah, I just had like a family member die recently. And like, this is like the only thing that I could like think to do was just like go back to a show and listen to heavy music. And you're like, fuck. Yeah. I mean, that like, I would do the same thing. You know, like that's if that's where you feel safe and that's the kind of thing that like makes you feel good about life, then that's what you're gonna do. And like Coda said, like you legit like never know what someone's going through. We even had a
Don't.
dude like come out last night and he's like always super cool. We always see him when we're in San Diego and he's like, yeah, man, my fucking house just burned down. We're
Oh
like,
my God.
fuck, man. Like shit just happens all the time. And like, and I mean, it's also like bad things happen to good people, bad things happen to bad people, and bad things
100%.
just fucking happen. So it doesn't like, all right, it's like it just always will fucking happen, and you just never know what people are going through and shit. So like, yeah, I mean, it's fun working merch because like we're always trying to have a good time. We're always trying to just like be super happy with people at shows. Like, I don't know. Every time I've like been to a merch table and someone's been a fucking dick, I'm like,
Dude, it just
fuck
ruins
you,
the
man.
day. It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
oh, dude, you are representing this right now.
Yeah, and you
It
really
happens.
don't ever know what someone's been through that day or that month or for the past 10 years, and you could be the one thing that like sets them off. And
And there's a
it's-
line, you know, we're not
yeah.
therapists or anything.
Yeah,
There's totally a
absolutely.
line.
Yeah.
Like, again, we're normal
There's
people.
a level of individual
Yeah.
responsibility.
But like, if you can spare like 20 seconds, you know, that guy didn't really talk to us a whole lot. You know what
No.
I mean? He was just like, yeah, it fucking sucks.
yeah, it
Like,
was a few minute conversation.
and
Gave him
then
a
he just
fucking
went
shirt.
back to like being a dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and
Wow.
that's like all you need to do
He
sometimes.
was like, hey, I
just
brought
listen
weed
for
for
15
you guys.
seconds.
We were like, damn,
Yeah,
you lost
he
your house,
brought
you're
us
still
pot
bringing out
and
weed?
Yeah, dude, he's real as hell for that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Holy
Yeah, so moral of the story, be fucking nice to people.
Exactly.
That's
Dude,
very true.
it's good. That goes a long way to being fucking cool to people, man. It goes a long way.
And it's really not that hard, just to be
really not.
just kind to your fellow human being.
That doesn't mean you gotta be like corny and be friends with everybody either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Fake.
there's
fake
ops
nice.
out there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 minutes ago, I'm like, yeah, fuck that guy. And they're like,
Exactly.
yeah, it's
Because he's an op. He's an op.
yeah, dude. Yeah,
Is that
because
yo? That's
sometimes
me.
it's still fuck that guy. But
Is that Travis?
That was
right
all
there?
of us in our friends' basements when we were 16.
Exactly.
dude, that was me at my homie's driveway down the street from my house, and then I like walked back sideways. I couldn't even walk straight getting home.
Hey, Jay, go up, Jay. Go up. Okay, DIY grab bong. That one.
That looks safe for
What
sure.
the fuck? Come on.
Dude, the first time I hit a gravity bong was out of a 5-gallon bucket, and I was like,
What the
fuck?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you gotta do the big
I was
boy, the big
15
one.
years old, and I sat on another 5-gallon bucket in this dude's driveway, just pouring fucking drool out of my mouth, and I was like, I can't even walk. This is
can't even
fucked up.
I can't. I forgot how to walk.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Yeah.
The fucking first time I smoked out of a bong, I think I was 21, 22, and like the classic like call
Cough in your
you need,
lungs up.
you need to call the hospital.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's a classic like embarrassing.
Is this
like,
what I'm supposed to feel like?
threw up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Always.
Yeah.
Like first time, always.
Lay down for a long time. Got up, threw up. I'm like I need help, guys.
Dude, one time I almost fucking died when I was stoned because I was eating cereal and it was like some fucking like honey bunches of oats type shit or whatever, like a lot of very dry
Too many textures.
Yeah,
bro.
right. A lot of dry small pieces, and someone made me laugh and I inhaled it, and I was so high that I couldn't like.
Like finish the motion of swallowing.
Dude, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't tell anyone that I needed help. I like couldn't get it out that I was like, yo, I'm choking, because I was just so stoned that I was like, ah. I just kept going. And my friend's girlfriend was finally like, yo, dude, your face is so red. Are you okay? I was like, I'm gonna die.
Making the tenny right now.
dying. Save me, you fucks.
Dude, that's the way it goes.
Get that Alzheimer's. Yeah.
That
Get
is
it in
not
there.
a foil lid. It's a foil lid. Are you serious?
See,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never done it with
Yeah.
the foil. I've always done it with like a socket. And
Socket too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
classic,
burn the hole in the bottle cap,
Yep.
and then you put the
And put the
fucking
socket in.
ratchet
Yep.
socket in there.
Yep.
Yeah, that one's even worse. I
To
feel
anyone
like.
watching this, don't do this. It's
Yeah.
really bad for you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Buy a bowl. Be a normal
Microplastics
person.
in your lungs for
We
sure.
have the technology
Those,
these days. Yeah.
those were macroplastics at that
Oh,
level.
yeah,
true. We were
Plus like
macroplastics.
galvanized
Macro.
metal.
Macro, dude. Speaking of macro, on the drive up here, I was thinking of so I heard that like Gabe, like you drink a little bit when you're home or when you're on tour. And it kind of made me think like, how much do I drink? and then I was like, there you have like these. Sometimes you have micro addictions.
Yo,
For sure.
absolutely.
I was like, shit. I was like, damn, I fucking thought of that. Dude, micro addictions, yeah, like
Patent it.
alcohol. You know,
I mean, even things like coffee, like on tour,
Oh,
like
definitely.
Oh, I have a huge problem.
especially in Europe, like I don't drink coffee at all when I'm home. I'm
you
like,
s-
I'm more of a tea guy. Like this isn't Dunkin', this is matcha. Like I brought my own matcha
wow.
and just got hot water from Dunkin' to put it in.
every restaurant we're
Shout
at.
out Duncan. Give
But
us
like,
money.
yeah, but on
Shout out Duncan.
shout out Dunkin',
Free donuts,
yeah.
free donuts.
Please sponsor us. Yeah, I would love free omelet bites. Yeah.
I actually hate Dunkin', so no.
I'd be sick.
But like in Europe, there's catering, all that stuff, and coffee machines. So it's like, oh, coffee's free. It's here. Sure, I'll take coffee. And then it's like 3 hours later. Sure, I'll take a coffee. Like,
so
I'll
easy.
take- yeah,
It's
it's so
so
easy.
easy.
Yeah, it's same thing
Yeah.
with like food and stuff like that too. It's like, well,
course.
it's here. All right, sure.
Dude,
Might
yeah,
as
my-
well eat
Yeah,
it.
beer. All right, it's here. All right, I'll take it.
Especially that,
Yeah.
there's so much fucking beer in Europe.
Yeah.
dude.
Love
I
beer.
don't like beer very much. It like makes me feel like shit, and I always get super bloated. And so I just like really don't drink it. And when we tour in the States, if I want to like have a drink, I'll usually have a seltzer because it's just so much easier for me to drink. And then in Europe, I just don't drink at all, or I only drink liquor because there's just beer all in the fridge. But there's so fucking much. Everybody's always trashed because it's just there,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
like
there.
it's just there.
There's
and
more
it's
beer
fucking
than
free.
water.
Yeah.
There is.
literally
I know.
more beer than
Some will be
water.
A lot
looking
of
for
times
water.
there is. The
Yeah,
fuck,
there's like
man?
only sparkling water, and you're like, I'm not taking sparkling water on stage. You're gonna fucking kill me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're like burping the whole set.
But dude, speaking of like caffeine, like my caffeine intake on tour is way higher than it is at home because like I'll do like I don't know, like up to like 600 milligrams a day on tour, and then at
That's a
home
lot.
I'm like, I'll drink like one of these, and these are like 200 milligrams, and I'm like, all right, I think I'm cool for the day.
I think
And then it'll be 2 p.m. and you're like, all right, I think I need another one.
yeah, dude.
I think I'm the only person in the entire music industry that drinks more caffeine when I'm at home than when I'm on tour.
Probably.
I actually cut
it's
back a lot when I'm on tour.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's
How?
wild.
I don't know. I just do it.
What do you do?
He goes to sleep
I just-
at a reasonable
I just
hour.
sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get too like anxious if I drink too much caffeine. You
Oh,
know?
yeah,
So I've
dude.
had like too many shows where I have like too much coffee, and then I like it like So I just like cut it out as much as I can.
400
So usually I'll drink like
milligrams a day.
a little bit. Like I try to keep it pretty minimal.
4 or 5 cups is
Yeah.
not associated with dangerous negative effects. Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
So
dude.
Travis is gonna die.
Yeah, exactly.
You're flirting with disaster.
Dude,
yeah.
I think the first time I ever had a panic attack, it was like I was super young and I had like finished an energy drink for the first time, like a
my
rock star or
goodness.
some shit, and I freaked out because I was like, oh, my anxiety's through the roof.
You're gripping
man.
your Xbox controller.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Playing double claw.
Yeah, sometimes it's like the lesser of the evil,
sure.
and what's going to impact your life in like
Yeah.
a positive way.
Dude, absolutely. I mean, it's the same thing with fucking like vaping versus smoking cigarettes and shit. Like, I quit smoking cigarettes probably like 5 years ago.
How was
and-
it?
Dude,
Sucked ass.
gnarly. Yeah. I mean, dude, I started smoking when I was like 13. So it was-
13?
yeah, I smoked for
Wow.
9 years. And then
Oh my God.
I like finally quit before I hit the 10-year mark because I was like, if I don't quit before I reach a decade of doing it, I'm never going to stop. Like, I just knew in my head that after I reached the 10-year point, I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to keep going, But so I finally stopped and like, yeah. Vaping is less harmful than smoking, but it's still not safe.
Google
I
says it must be
know.
true.
Yeah, right. But I would rather
Well, it's Johns Hopkins, I guess.
yeah, I would rather look lame
John's
as
pretty
fuck
smart.
with a
Yeah.
vape than smell like shit 24/7. And
Sure.
dude, like I was like I could not do my job if I was still smoking a pack a day, and I was a pack a day guy at like 19. So
Just in a Bay Area, just fucking smoking a ton.
dude, yeah, I used to work festivals a lot, so like we'd be outside all day long. We'd be pulling like 20-hour days, and there's nothing else that you can do besides fucking chain smoke. Because
Yeah.
I'd be doing like lighting tech shit, so I'm like, all right, the lighting rig's like up in the air. I'm like, I don't have a job until the show's over now. So as long as something doesn't go wrong, then I would just hang outside stage and just smoke all fucking day long.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Shout out to
terrible
everyone
habit.
that works in crew for keeping the tobacco industry alive.
Single-handed all roadies.
I kept
lighting
American
techs.
Spirits on the fucking
Monitor
market,
guy.
dude. Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah.
If I do smoke a cigarette, it is a American Spirit. I found that's the one.
the one.
Oh,
That's
you
the
like
one.
American
that
Spirit Black's
yeah.
mine too. Yeah.
If I drink too much, I'll every once in a while I'll be like, give me that cigarette.
Yeah, dude.
Give me that
Yeah.
fucking cigarette, dude.
Yeah, that's the way. My girlfriend fucking loves how they smell. So every now and again, I'm just like,
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I know, it's wild.
psycho
Yeah,
behavior.
yeah, it's
Maybe like
insane.
a clove or something smells good, I guess. But most cigarettes just kind of
Dude,
smell
I
like
had
cigarettes.
friends growing up that smoked cloves, and I was like, that shit's nasty. What the fuck is wrong?
Does it make
with
you smell
you?
old?
It tastes
I don't
like
know what
it tastes like
smells.
potpourri or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, dude.
Does
What are
taste
cloves?
Yeah,
It's-
clove cigarettes. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
literally
the black
made out
ones.
of
They're
cloves.
pretty popular in
Those
like
ones?
Japan.
I never
right?
seen
Yeah.
those in my life. What
yeah,
are
you can get-
those?
they have them here. You can
Do
freaking-
they?
Yeah.
I never seen those in
You
my
know-
fucking life.
Yeah.
Yeah, wild, huh?
They definitely like burn a lot slower too. Yeah, and it kind of has like this crackle.
tastes-
kinda way.
Way weird too.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah,
to me.
it's super
I actually
different.
kind of don't really hate it
It's
compared to
like-
a normal cigarette. I would actually rather.
Well, yeah, I
smoke
mean
it.
they're technically called cigars. Like,
Yeah.
like you're not supposed to inhale clove cigarettes, right? It's
No,
like
I
more
don't
like
think so.
aromatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to because I was fucking stupid.
Well,
but-
yeah. I think we all inhaled our first cigar trying to look cool as hell.
Dude, yeah, inhaling a black and mild at 12.
I like those light cigars. So
Yeah.
so that the lighter it is, the less strong it is. It's a nice cigar, dude. Hang outside and it's fucking. I try not to be older, but man, I get it.
Dude,
Dude, there's
yeah.
some
I
things that
get
do
it.
hit.
Dude, my brother's
But the
got a
old dudes do.
tobacco pipe, and we'll like sit in his garage, and he'll just bust that open every once in a while. And
let's
we're like,
go.
man, this is cool as fuck.
Your brother's also like so cool looking, so him smoking a fucking pipe is like, damn,
Dude, I know
dude,
it's stupid as
this
fuck.
is hard right
Yeah.
now.
I get it, dude. I have like some like just neat whiskey, and smoking a cigar. I'm like, I'm 38 right now. I'm doing this. I
feel 38.
I get it.
You got to put a library in your house now.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
I do.
A bunch of mahogany bookshelves.
Dude, my brother had a jar of like pipe tobacco that he had since he was like 18 or some shit, and he's like about to turn 30, and he busted it open not that long ago. It was still in the jar, and like opened it, smelled so good, dude. I was like, bro, this is insane. This is like 10-year-old tobacco.
Yeah.
Just sitting in a fucking mason jar in the garage forever.
Let's go, dude.
It was beast.
This makes me want to smoke weed.
Yeah.
I'm like a connoisseur. I'm more like I'll smoke it at night. I like it gives me like a different like perspective.
Yeah.
Like kind of think of a problem that I'm trying to solve. Like it's not pleasant for me. I might add like the hangout stage, more like
Introspective.
Yeah,
Yes.
it gets
Yeah.
the word is introspective. I get other people call it paranoid, but it's more like it makes you think about shit that you probably should be thinking about.
Your thoughts go from way back here to like, all right, man, so what are you thinking about?
Yeah.
Remember that thing that you said to that guy earlier today? Yeah, I don't know if you should have said that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we actually really taught me how to process self-doubt.
Oh, really?
No shit.
Yeah,
way.
yeah. It's
Dude, that rocks.
It's cool like this because obviously when you're high, you're like, okay, you're like, I guess you could say you're overthinking things.
Yeah.
But let's like then the thought comes in, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Oh, dude, your band fucking sucks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I learned like, oh shit, this is what it is. This is exactly what self-doubt is. And I just learned through weed, you just stop it. You could literally choose where you send your mind.
Yeah, you don't have to engage with.
You don't have to. It's just a lot of thoughts are just thoughts.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
And I think it's also like self-awareness. Okay, this is real, and this is not real.
Yep.
And it's
I
like-
mean, the whole concept of intrusive thoughts is a thing too, where it's like it's not your fault that this thought popped into your brain.
Totally.
And there's nothing that you can do about that, but recognize that it's there and push it away or move on or do whatever. And
Totally.
like I like talk about that kind of stuff kind of a lot with like friends and shit. Like anytime someone's going through something, they're like, I just feel like shit. Like I'm always thinking of this, or like being like super depressed or whatever you're going through and shit. And it's like, dude, like recognize that it's there, accept that that's how you feel in the moment or whatever's going on. Like give it enough space that like you're recognizing that it is real.
Sure.
And then you can process it however you need to afterwards. If you want to sit with it for an hour, sit with it for an hour. If you don't want to think about it at all, again, like mentally clock that you're like, okay, this is a real feeling that I'm having. This is a real thought that I had. I don't like it, but it's there. I'm just going to move on. But like, I feel like accepting.
Doing something is the important part.
It's always, pushing yourself to like do something to get out of it. But I get it, dude. I get super introspective when I get too high at home and like,
it's sick.
Yeah, it's cool. Me and my older brother will sit in his garage and like, you know those, have you ever smoked those King Roll Juniors? Dude, so good. Shit gets me fucking blasted. But they're like all in a little pack and stuff. They're so sick, dude. But we'll smoke one of those in his garage and we'll sit there and it'll be quiet for 20 minutes. And then we'll just start talking about shit, and it'll just come out of fucking nowhere.
It's cool, yeah.
It's always the best. Yeah, those little fuckers, dude. Those things will put you on your
roll.
goddamn ass.
Let's go. King roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, those things, like the coated
dude.
ones, yeah. Those
Dude,
guys,
they're all like
Where do you
oil
get
and
these?
diamond infused
Yeah.
and shit. They're fucking great.
Little cannon.
They're rigs. They're definitely rigs. Yeah.
Where do you get them?
Dude, any fucking dispensary.
dispensaries.
When I was living in Sacramento, we used to go to this spot called Nug. It's like right next to my brother's barber
It's
shop.
called Nug.
It's literally just called Nug.
It's like
Very
called
creative name.
beer.
Food. Yeah,
I'd go to a restaurant called Food. I'd give it a try.
I know, yeah. Let's go.
Dude, if there was a liquor store called Beer, that would be my spot.
Yeah. I like Jump 38. I like honesty. I like not wasting time. Just tell me what this fucking thing is.
Yeah,
exactly.
Don't
That's
beat
the
around the
point.
bush.
Yeah.
Let's just fucking move forward, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like Crate and Barrel. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? It's a furniture store. How the fuck did we get there?
Yeah, shout out to introspective thoughts, man.
Yeah, dude.
It's crucial, dude. You know, it's
It's half the battle.
yeah.
Recognizing like how you're feeling and what's going on.
Totally.
Is like, I mean, everybody always says like acceptance is like the first stage, right? Like understanding what you're going through, being like, yeah, I'm depressed. Now how do I work through it? If you just keep denying whatever's happening to you, you're never going to get through it because you're never like accepting that that's the door that you're at. You can't walk through it unless you recognize that it's a fucking door.
Totally.
So, yeah.
Otherwise, it looks like a wall.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, so
Yeah.
some walls could also be doors at the same time.
Yeah, dude. If your foot's
Gotta
strong
figure
enough.
Or you just make your own door.
That's
You
true.
can
Yeah.
build your own door.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, man.
Get a sledgehammer.
Or punch through the wall, or
Yeah.
you know.
I literally
whatever-
just
whatever
took down
analogy
a
you
bunch of
wanna make.
drywall at home
Yeah.
before I like came out on this tour. So yeah, you can put holes
This
in
is getting
walls.
really metaphorical.
Everybody listening to the podcast has checked out now.
People will fucking listen, man.
Ah, no,
Yeah, they're-
Dude, yeah, mental health is important as fuck, and like not enough people talk about
Of
it.
course.
I feel like, and like I don't know. I mean, it's getting talked about way more now, but I feel like at the same time, everybody's so focused on like having a good time and like always good vibes,
Showing
and, like,
face.
yeah, like protecting your peace
Yeah.
and all this shit. And it's like, nah, man. Sometimes shit sucks. Talk about it. Like
Dude.
I don't know. Every now and again, I'll say it or I'll see like some of my friends say it, but like even just the once in a while tweet of being like, hey, check in on your fucking friends because you never know what's going on. And like sometimes people are just showing face that they're super happy and you have zero idea that they're like,
totally.
I'm about to KMS.
Yeah.
You know, like you really just don't know, but it's
don't
it's
know.
good to throw it out there. So yeah, check on your fucking friends and make sure that everybody's
man.
cool. Tell your friends you love them because it's like, I don't know, it's fucking important.
It is.
Word.
We always want to have a good time, but listen, some people are fucking depressed and you just got to deal with it.
Totally.
You gotta
Yeah.
try to get them up to having a good time.
Right.
As much as you
Yeah,
can.
dude.
As much
Which
as
is
you
why
can.
we smoke more weed.
There's your answer, kid.
It
There you go.
It just circled back. It
We're back to
circled-
grab
And now we're back to
out of a fucking
dog in the
5 gallon. Yeah.
But dude, you know what?
Christ.
A lot of people don't relate to this, but I like having bad thoughts and bad days. I have like this.
Yo.
It's necessary.
There's
Yeah,
something
man.
about it. I like it.
I mean, without the bad, there is no perspective on the good.
No,
you know?
absolutely.
So, yeah.
That's where I get my ideas or insight.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
there's just something about it. Like that's where I feel comfortable.
Yeah, dude,
It's weird.
100%. I have like the
weird.
same kind of thing. Even like when I was a kid, my mom would tell me, she's like, you just like, I like always loved sad music. I always loved like sad movies and shit. My mom would be
Yeah.
like, you just love being sad. I'm like,
You're a sad boy
I
for
guess
life.
so, yeah. And like, dude, I feel bad for my girlfriend because like all the music that I write, I always show her like my demos and stuff. And
Oh,
so
cool.
like I'll finish doing like a vocal demo while she's at work and like go pick her up. We're in the car and like first thing she gets in the car, I'm like, hey, do you want to listen to what I did today? If you don't, it's okay. But do you want to listen to what I did today? So I'll like show her all these songs and shit, and she'll like listen to it and be like, dude, are you all right? Like, yeah, like actually I'm fine. Like I had a really good day. She's like, the song is so fucking depressing. Like, oh, I know, but like I'm good.
But do you like
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
like
I'm
it?
like,
Yeah,
it
but you
sounds
like it?
cool though, right? Yeah,
That's
but it's
sick.
I mean that's it. I feel like there's like I don't know, being sad and like being able to write sad songs like just helps get it all out. And you can write sad, heavy songs. I mean, Blood and
Of
Teeth is a
course.
sad fucking song, and it's
course
heavy
it
as
is.
fuck.
Of
But
course.
you know, it's like it helps. It's very like therapeutic and shit.
Yeah.
But me and my girlfriend both like kind of only listen to sad music at home too. So we'll be like cleaning the house, listening to like Noah Gunderson. I'm like, man, I'm depressed as fuck.
It happens. It happens. It happens. What when you because Gabe, you've been in the band since 2017.
Correct, yeah.
You know, so it might so it's probably a relief to you to be in a band now with a bunch of songwriters.
Yeah,
you know,
no,
it's cool.
it's great. It's
so,
awesome.
So
Yeah.
so when you're working on a track like Blood and Teeth, is it like? Okay, like where does so obviously they were singing on the record prior, but this is like you're like really leaned into it.
Yeah.
Is there any thought like we can do this, like we can't do this, we maybe like is there?
Well, I mean, I guess on The Chosen, we had really leaned into the singing just because that's what we had wanted to do on that album. You know, we
Yeah.
wanted to experiment and explore. That was a very explorative album for us, just like Death and Anthology was a very explorative album for the band, too. And then the response from The Chosen was great. And we're like, cool, like, people like this. Obviously, people hate it, too, but that's just the way comes
It's
with the
just
territory.
music.
It
Everything's
just
just
comes
cool,
with the
right?
territory,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
in deathcore. But we're like, cool, we're getting a great response. Let's keep exploring into this territory. Now, like now that we have established this, we can go a little farther, you know. And then, like Death and Anthology, it very much was an anthology of ideas, a collection of all these ideas and songs. Everything with a different kind of theme and vibe, but still working together. And that one in particular was an area we wanted to explore deeper, like the more melodic, softer kind of stuff, while still retaining heaviness, you know, and aggression too. Because
Important.
I love, like, you know, I'm a prog nerd. We're all prog nerds, you know.
Yeah.
We love
There's no getting away from it,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So-
it's just in us.
And I think like when I first heard Watershed by Opeth, that album, that like opened up like a whole new world for me. And even like Injustice for All by Metallica too, because that's an album of 7 to 9 minute songs too, going from like hearing one for the first time for example, you know.
Right.
It's like a journey.
Yeah, I was like, you can write a song like that, you know, and then it was just all over from there. So
Drummers
like,
can go that fast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
And
And now everyone's doing swivel at like 290.
Yeah, shout out Matt Palazzo.
But you know, songs that you know take you on a journey that tell a story. You know, you can tell a story in a 3 to 4 minute song too. But like some songs, you cannot get out everything that needs to get out in 3 to 4 minutes. You know,
Sure.
it takes longer, and it's fun doing songs like that in Casket, where it's just all right, just go for it. You know, don't worry about rules, don't worry about song length or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
I mean, it was the same thing with like Curse of Flesh too.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
a very like story song that we were
Yeah.
just like, if it needs to be this long to get the story out and put together, then fuck it, it'll be that long, and
Right.
that's just what happens. We're the kings of writing 7-minute songs, dude.
I'm like, why are they making 6-7 minute songs?
Yeah,
I-
it's crazy.
I mean,
Cool,
like
cool.
my philosophy of songwriting is let the song write itself.
Of
you know?
course.
Like the song tells you what it wants, you know, and just you got to be open to that, and that's for better or for worse. The songs have been telling us to write.
Yeah, me and Cutter are all making eye contact. Yeah, so it's funny that you asked Gabe, like, oh, like, should we do this? Should we not do this? Because
Yeah.
he's always the one being like, dude, let's do something fucking crazy. And me and Cutter are like, yo, no, dude, hold on.
Let's think about this.
Gabe's like,
Oh
well,
my
the song
goodness.
says that it needs to be this. Right?
I'm
The song
confident-
doesn't talk, bro.
I'm confident that every song on this record will be at least 8 to 9 minutes.
yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is like I feel like on this record we really tried to actually like trim the fat and keep things
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah, dude.
And we
Face
still,
of Fear is only 4 minutes and
Yeah.
8 seconds. That's like a
Yeah.
2-minute song for us.
I
There was
defined under
definitely-
5 minutes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's an achievement.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, dude.
This was us being brief.
yeah,
Keeping
seriously.
it
That's
controlled.
cool.
Yeah.
I know that we touched on it earlier, but what do you feel and about the reaction to that song?
To Blood and Teeth, I
Yeah.
mean, like, everybody either, I feel like it was one of those you either love it or you hate it kind of things. There's not a
Yeah.
lot of in-betweeners. I've seen like a handful of comments, people being like, yeah, song's cool, it's not my favorite, and like I won't necessarily skip it every time it comes on, but it's not one that I'm gonna like go out of my way to listen to a lot. So there's very few people who are like that. Everybody else either like, this is my favorite song you guys have released ever, or they're like, what the fuck happened to this band? You guys suck. And it's like, those are the two ends of the thing. And really, I mean, like, half the thing, I know everybody says it, but it's like, all press is press.
Sure.
You
More or
know?
less.
So it's like, whatever, you guys are driving engagement on the YouTube video by commenting, saying that I suck, so go for it. You know, I don't give a fuck.
Let's get
But
some.
But,
it's
you know,
crazy because Overpass, which was like
yeah.
this song, this kind of song
Yeah.
on The Chosen, is like cleaner and more ambient for more time. I feel.
Yeah, I was
like
like,
that intro is like 2 minutes. When we played that 2 years
Yeah.
ago, I would legitimately like check my phone sometimes during that part. 'Cause I'd be like, "What time is it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a
All right,
long
am I
ass
tuned
song.
up? Okay, cool. All right, now I gotta sit here for another minute.
Yeah.
Like
I think there's
Yeah, you can see.
the vibes are totally different, but
I think there's probably more clean vocals on The Chosen than on the newest record.
I would believe that.
I think so.
Maybe, honestly.
As far as like outright
I-
singing, because you
yeah.
do like the half sing, half scream thing. a
Yeah,
lot.
I do a lot of that, but that was also like the metalcore thing. Like each metalcore band that I was in when I was like a older teenager was like everybody wanted to do the Bring Me the Horizon singing style or like halfway screaming the note, like the pitch yelling thing. So that was what we ended up doing, and I got like kind of good at that when I was like 18. I was way better at it when I was younger. There's like an unreleased song from my old metalcore
We all
band.
were, man.
Dude, yeah, I'll listen. Dude, it's crazy. I'll listen to like old stuff that I wrote when I was 18 or like old demos where I was like singing on it and doing shit. I'm like, man, I can't do that now. Like, how was I better then? And I've been playing for like fucking 9 more years. This is fucked up.
It trips me out. Like it's like where did that come from?
Yeah.
Where did that fucking
Part
come
of my
from?
brain did that. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like,
But-
oh shit, I fucking did that.
Back to like the reaction to the song and stuff, like it's if people are worried that like that's what we're gonna sound like forever from now on, like dude, it's just one fucking song.
Right.
Like honestly,
that
like
we wanted to write.
yeah,
You know what
more
I mean?
more
Like,
bands should be able to write the song that they want to fucking write. I mean, dude, even like Fit for a King. I was just seeing. I think it was Tuck or Ryan was talking about it on Twitter that they were like, hey, so we're not gonna do like I think they were saying that they're not gonna do an album. They're gonna write just a bunch of different songs, like EPs or some shit that are all like very
a little different.
Yeah, like thematic. Like, okay, we're gonna go for this kind of style on this one. We're gonna go for this kind of style on this one, and whatever you guys like the best is what we'll write for the next album. Something like that. Don't fucking quote me on it, Tuck.
Interesting.
But that was the idea. Is that they're like, we're gonna do something that's like kind of like weeding out what people don't want to hear from us and seeing what they do want to hear more of. And I think bands are really fucking terrified to experiment with shit like that because you get shit on for it. I mean, like, Reddit's going to fucking hate you for not sounding like 2008.
Oh, right.
So
Reddit
that's
hates
how
us. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's bad.
Yeah, I think it's always just like, again, they either love you or they're like, these guys fucking suck ass.
Yeah.
It's one of the two.
It's one or the other.
Yeah, but I love that everybody's like, I don't know, nowadays people are experimenting a lot more. Even like,
Cool.
like I'm a huge fucking Sleep Token fan, and that band's experimental as
Oh,
fuck.
they're
It's
badass,
so
dude.
sick,
They're
dude.
fucking badass.
I love, and that's where a lot of inspiration for Blood and Teeth came from too. Is like Spirit Box, Sleep Token, shit like that. Like I love both of those fucking bands. So it was cool to just like inject that into what we're doing. It's
great.
Like I don't know, Sleep Token's heavy to me, so like it
They
can
are.
still be heavy and have really pretty singing in it, and then. I mean, I still make crazy noises at the end of the song, so
Wasn't
it's there.
the wasn't the demo name for Blood and Teeth Sleep Stroking?
Sleep
Yeah,
stroking.
Sleep
Oh,
Stroking.
Sleep stroking.
Yeah, dude.
That's taking me back to high school.
Yeah, dude. I saw them when they opened for Issues like fucking years ago. It was their first U.S. tour, and I was like, damn, this band's sick as fuck. And then now they're massive. It's so insane.
Biggest band ever now.
Yeah.
That's so sick, dude.
Outstreaming Metallica last
Yeah,
year.
dude,
Yeah.
crazy.
Let's
we watched
go.
That's insane.
That is
when we
nuts.
started our European tour with Shadow of Intent last January,
Yeah,
right?
last January.
They were at like 200,000 monthly listeners, and by the end of the tour, they were at 2.2 million.
Like literally in a month.
That's fast.
It was
1 month.
crazy.
What do you think happened?
Dude,
TikTok.
Ooh,
I mean,
TikTok got
yeah,
a hold of that summoning song, and everyone started like making TikTok
started-
videos
everyone
and
started
stuff.
shaking ass.
Dude, exactly. Everyone started throwing, and from there, it literally happened in a month. 200,000 to 2.2 million. That kind of stuff doesn't happen without an element of virality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like TikTok, but also with they had put out 2 incredible albums prior to that. It was like built up. It was like
up.
just a matter of time. It's just a matter.
You gotta
of time.
have the build.
Yeah, it was until it burst. And same thing with Lorna Shore too. Like
They worked their ass off.
Yeah, those guys worked their ass off. They've been through so much shit. They persevered, pushed through, and then they had their moment too, and exploded. But like that wasn't overnight success. That was like 15 years of hard ass fucking work.
Yeah,
to get there.
absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, same kind of thing. It's fucking wild. And it's also crazy that like I don't know, back in like the early 2000s that didn't really like happen. You know, like I feel like viral
You either
moments
came up or you didn't.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. It either happened or it fucking didn't. And now we have these like weird mechanisms that you can use to get huge. And it sucks in a way because a lot of bands are writing songs just to try and get viral on TikTok.
Yeah, it's like, all right, where's our
It's-
15
yeah.
second?
Yeah.
They don't
dude.
put any of themselves into it.
Yeah, you get
It's
those
like,
weird ass
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
and it's always so cringy too. Like you'll see someone
dude.
like post it and you're like, oh my God, you went to a studio and did that? That's insane.
I always question, no matter how big anything gets, is longevity.
Always,
Right. Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
For
Always.
sure.
You know, because
Yeah.
I also think about life. You know, what's going to happen to you or your band when shit gets real? Like someone leaves, or you have some real life shit to you.
Yeah.
Or you just get older, bro.
What's-
You know
what's
what
the
I
foundation
mean?
where you
Like,
get
what
older?
if people just stop giving a fuck? That's why
Yeah.
bands like Dying Fetus and stuff are fucking sick. Because, dude, they're all like old and everyone's like still fucking rolling out and like moshing
Yeah,
and headbanging and
dude.
shit. Those are all some of the nicest
Yeah.
fucking dudes,
We
too.
fucking
like,
love Fetus. That new
Yeah.
album was so sick. But yeah, I mean the longevity thing and like even then with things like the pandemic, like your band either survived that or it fucking died. Yeah. And
That's true.
That's how it goes. Like the band that I was in before I joined Enterprise, like we died during that point because we were just like, we're not gonna fucking do it. We're not gonna wait X amount of years to start doing
Yeah.
this shit again.
Yeah.
So and the band had been around for so long anyways. But you know, it's either that and then like what if that happens again? Like how, you know, like is your band going to make it through there? What's your longevity looking like for something like that happens?
Exactly.
We didn't think about that in 2005.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like that's not like that wasn't a component of the scene. Is like, okay, what are you going to do if there's another pandemic and you can't play shows?
Sure.
No one thought about that.
No one.
You know, it was just like,
It just fucking hit, dude.
yeah, dude,
God,
absolutely.
it's
So the longevity thing and like writing music like that too, like with the last album that we just did, like there's enough of a little bit of every corner of the subgenres and shit under the like metal / deathcore umbrella that we can just kind of start writing whatever we want. And that's the longevity thing that I want to see for the band and that we've all talked about a lot, is being able to like have just enough of every little piece in there that if we want to branch out and go down that avenue fully, we can. And then if we go down another one, it's not going to be a shock to anybody, because it's like, well, if you go listen to the last record we did, there's a riff on there that sounds like this. There's a song on there that sounds like this. Like, it's not surprising that we write shit like this. We just wrote more of it or less of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, sometimes people just take things and just run with it too.
Oh, yeah.
It sucks, dude.
Yeah,
For-
absolutely.
For better or for worse sometimes. You know?
Exactly.
It's just-
Yeah,
Exactly.
You hear
It could go
15
either
seconds
way.
of a song, and everybody's either just like, "This band fucking blows," or it's like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing ever." And it's like,
Yeah,
you didn't
you
even
don't-
listen to the whole thing. That was 15 seconds.
You don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or it could be a situation, or you play like the long game. Our record, you know, everyone hated it. We lost all our money, went in debt for many years. We're still getting out of that hole.
Yeah,
I fired a bunch of people, and now we're getting guarantees bigger than ever, like triple.
dude,
That's
that
awesome.
fucking rocks.
That's incredible.
Just to
Yeah.
Absolutely.
play like the long game, you know.
Yeah.
because I'm always like, it's always about that first brick you lay down, dude. If you
Yeah,
have, if you
for
have,
sure.
if you have that foundation, you can't really go away.
Dude, I mean, we talk about that every now and again, anyways, too. With the whole like there's all these bands that like get fucking huge, and then you don't hear about them ever again.
Yeah,
Seen
exactly.
that?
They
Yeah.
have their
Well, it's like-
5
I've seen it.
years
I've seen
or
it.
however long, and then
Yeah,
it's like
it's
gone.
It's
Like-
the 15 minutes of fame thing.
You think
Yeah.
about like a band like Meshuggah. It's like they've never been the biggest metal band in the world, but they're every metal band's favorite metal band. You know, and they've had like
100%,
such
yeah.
a solid career for like going on almost 40 years now. You know? It's
talk
like
about
the-
fucking
yeah,
longevity.
it's like
Meshuggah
longevity,
is
yeah.
the example.
So
Let's go.
consistent.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
So consistent as a slow burn, and then finally they just got the crown.
Exactly.
Dude,
Sick.
absolutely, yeah. And that's like that's the fucking game. It's
That's
just
that's
like,
the goal. You know,
Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
Meshuggah's the goal. Sick ass lights. You don't got to move around all the time because the lights are doing all the work for you.
Low key, I'll tell you my dream and my secret. That's what we're working towards.
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
Yes, same.
That's what's
I mean, it makes sense. You know, they're all
What-
like in their 50s. It's like you,
Yeah,
you really expect them to be running around, freaking going
It's like,
crazy. It's like,
let's headbang hard now, so when
Right.
hopefully the shit breaks at some in the next few years, so we can just kind of
Yeah.
get some lights up there, dude. Some fucking
Yeah,
cool
just
production.
chill.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I can stand there with my hair down and look scary, and the lights are doing all the
Yeah.
crazy shit.
The body is just hurting, dude. It's like, god damn.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Tom Araya from Slayer, he had to get vertebrae fused from headbanging.
Oh, really?
You know, like,
Yeah,
and
that's
then he,
wild.
and then he was-
that's crazy.
yeah, and then he had to like,
I
he's
know,
like,
dude.
he's like, I physically can't do this
the,
anymore.
the only one that'll be like 95 and still doing it is Corpse Grinder.
I was just yeah.
He's been training for it all these years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
he's
neck.
he's the bar, dude.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. I
Hey,
love it.
hey,
man.
Brandon, we could close down with this, and you guys got to take off soon.
Yeah.
How do you balance Enterprise Earth and Chapel?
I don't. It's been really tough, but
You must love drums, man.
yeah, I do.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been great. I mean, I've like, I don't know, for a long time I was like, I mean, obviously I've been playing drums, but I was more so teaching as my source of income, you know. And finally, like now that I've been doing the Chapel and Enterprise thing, I've finally been at a point where it's like, okay, I can literally survive off just making music, you know. And it's not that I don't like
Crazy.
teaching; I still teach, but it's not what I've wanted to do. You know, it's like I want to perform, you know.
Of course.
So yeah, it's been great, you know. But it has been, you know, it's been tough balancing the two, juggling it, but.
Your
got
wife
it.
loves you as much as you love
Yeah,
drums,
it's-
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
A
Wow.
very
Absolutely.
supportive wife who that helps.
Andrew's
Angie
wonderful.
rocks.
He
Yeah,
was like
she's the
on
best.
he was on the road last year for what 10 or 11 months, something like
It was
that.
like 9 months.
Yeah.
And at one point it was 3 months straight.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Between tours
Yeah.
and stuff.
Playing
Wow.
I
like
think-
death metal drums.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
last-
Like, it's
Crazy
not
year.
easy.
Or no, was it last year? I don't know. Anyways, the first year I
Yeah.
toured with Enterprise and Whitechapel, I think I played like 160 shows
something like
in the
that.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Brandon's
it was
a
like a show
machine,
almost
dude.
like every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You asked for it, you got it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you know what? I want to fucking play drums full time in a band.
And there's too much of it.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully we've had some super awesome fill-ins too. Like Mike Caputo filled in for us on a tour.
He's a rip.
He's a
Caputo's
fucking
legend.
machine.
Yeah.
That was great. And then we have Aaron Hetzko from this band, the Zabellian Triangle, and he's been playing with us for a while too. And it's been super badass having people who can like fill Brandon's giant ass fucking shoes because he's cracked out of his fucking mind at drums. It has been.
I
very
also do
cool.
have pretty big feet too. So
He does.
I literally have big feet.
So does Aaron. Aaron also has big
Aaron
feet,
also
too.
has big feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
And you drink less caffeine on tour, which is
It's
weird.
somehow, I don't know. When I'm at home, I drink a lot. But
Or maybe, that explains it. Maybe you're out on tour, so you're working. So when you're home, you're tired.
Maybe.
And that's when you're resting. So oh shit, I gotta fucking drink coffee all day to.
Yeah, your adrenaline levels are fucking
Yeah,
like
no
being
adrenaline.
under the floor.
Well,
Damn.
I think part of it is another reason why I was just thinking about like
Figure
I
it
don't drink
out.
as much is like it's good sleep on tour is so hard to come by, you know what I mean? And it's like if I drink too much coffee, I feel like it affects my sleep too. So I feel like I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'll just like cut out caffeine as much as I can, and then I just sleep hard as possible, you know, in a bumpy ass fucking
just be tired.
Yeah. Versus like if I drink a lot of coffee during the day on tour, I'm just like awake at night too, you know. It's like
Totally.
Yeah, so
Fuck it.
I'm just, fuck it.
Any closing thoughts? Rhett, should we close off with rest in peace OJ? Is that?
Oh,
So this episode is actually dropping Monday. So we could talk about OJ and we could promote the tour dates because this should,
oh yeah. The tour's still going on.
Yeah, we just started tour 2 days ago in Arizona, the Death
Great.
and Anthology North American tour with
Cool.
Inferi Crown Magnetar and Tracheotomy.
We should
Cool.
we should change it into the OJ's Death and Anthology.
OJ's
Oh my God. OJ's Death and Anthology.
OJ's Death and Anthology.
Yeah.
what do you think?
and actually, I think so.
He fucking did it.
I was gonna say he can finally rest now.
Yeah,
that
he
his
definitely
voice killer
rest,
is dead.
Yeah.
You know what I thought
He
about?
definitely did it.
So I get the news. I'm like, I wonder what he thought about. Like, because obviously you're dying, you're dead. It's like I wonder what like he thought about. Like shit.
Yeah.
Give us a
wonder-
last
I
minute
wonder-
confession. Come on.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder,
Final
man.
thoughts. He's
Nah.
just like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm still not telling anybody.
Exactly. That's one of those secrets he took to the grave.
Yeah.
That's,
Monday. Let's see. Monday is an off day for us, right? We'll be on our
Yes.
way to Portland.
Yes.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
that'll be it. But
we just got started all over America and Canada for 34 shows
There's the
all
dates.
over North America.
Some
There's
shit
all the
like
dates.
that.
Cool.
So, yeah, it's been
Yeah.
really the first two shows were incredible.
Canada.
The rest of it's shaping up to be pretty fucking awesome. So,
I
Weird
Chicago.
spots in Canada too.
yeah.
yeah.
Toronto, Montreal,
Yeah.
Palladium. Let's go. You're all over.
Yeah.
Cool.
All over the place.
All,
Yeah.
hitting all the spots
Yeah.
as much as we could do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Enterprise Earth. I appreciate your time and thank you for letting me be in your band for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Pleasure was
man.
ours.
Thank
Yeah.
you for
Thanks
thank you
so
for
much
having us.
That's
It's an
great.
honor.
Anytime.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers. All right, everyone. That's it. Later.
Let's go.